What's up, guys? Back with another video. This is going to be the well-anticipated, long-awaited 1 ounce silver buffalo video. I've been talking about this for months. It's been taking that long to research, find, buy just ridiculous amounts of buffalo. So we're going to try and get through this. It's going to be a long one, but this is going to be part one of all the buffaloes I have, which is this list on the left. So at any time you want to pause it, you can, look at the list and go over what you have. Part two is going to be the list over here of all the buffalo that I need. And as you can see down in the corner here, I have 76, need 69 for a total of 145 different types of buffalo that I have found over the last couple of months. Months of research, looking at websites, eBay, just ridiculous amounts of time spent on 1 ounce buffalo. But it was worth it because I now have the largest collection of 1 ounce buffalo on YouTube. And I'm going to hold that title forever. So don't try and compete with me. So, first on the list, if you notice, was Silvertown. Plain design. Got this Indian with this type of buffalo with the grass underneath. And this one is a non-dated. So we're going to call this the Silvertown non-dated. Going to move into the Silvertown stacker. It's got this it's a little stackable, okay? We're going to move into the Silvertown pickaxe because right down in the thing right there, there's the axe, okay? No date. Then we're going to move into this big stack of dates. Now, they have the 2001 all the way to 2016. They have the 17. The 17 has an axe in the corner. So, I got the 2001, 2002. I'm missing some dates. Like, there's the 8, and I go all the way up to, let's see, I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I do not have the 17 yet, but we're starting out with this big stack of Silvertown. Now we're going to move on to the Highland Mint. And the Highland Mint has two designs. We're calling it Type 1 and Type 2. The Type 1 background on the Highland Mint is this 1 troy ounce with the 99 fine silver on the bottom. The Type 2 is going to have the silver bullion and the HM and the 1 troy ounce down here. Those are the two different types of Highland Mint design. And there's some that are minted, which it'll say the HM, and some that have date. So we're calling this one the Highland Mint, no date, no mint mark, Type 1. Now, I'm saying that because they make the Highland Mint. Now, see, this one has a mint mark. This one does not. No date, but it's a Highland Mint. So this one's the Highland Mint, no date, Type 2 background. And now from there, now they actually have a Highland Mint, no date, where there's the HM on it. And instead of this background, there's this background. And I've seen it on West Texas channel. It's a very common round. I didn't want to buy it on eBay because it's really expensive on eBay. I'm sure I could find it at some coin show. But from there, like the 2013 and the 2014 are Type 1 background with the 1 troy ounce, the 99 fine. And I have the 2014. After that, like the 2015 turns into the Type 2 background. And you can clearly see the different backgrounds. So that's the Highland Mint. And they have all the way up to, here's the 2019. I have the 2021, 2022. And I have they have the 23 and 24. This one, we're going to call this Highland Mint because I can. Because I make the rules. Because I have the biggest list. This says 1 troy ounce. Okay? No Highland Mint mark. but it has the Highland Mint background. So we're just going to go ahead and call this Highland Mint. Why not? I call this the Highland Mint 1 troy ounce. Type 1 background. All right, so we just got through 23. We're moving on. This famous one that a lot of people have, Kansas Kid has it. It's the 2013. I have this the NTR. I'm not sure what NTR stands for, but I just have it as NTR. So we got that one. Then we've got, now we're going to move on to, I got to go to the National Collector's Mint. National Collector's Mint. That's it. There's the 2021 or the 2001 through 2007 is the ones that I've found. And they all say copy on it. I've got the 2001 and I've got the 2002. Now, when these came out, they came in this box. And they also came as a set. This one, not silver. Copy 2002. But as you can see, it does not say 99 fine silver on the side. So if you want the silver one, it comes in this box that says National Collector Mint and 2002. And on the back, it's going to say 999 fine silver. And of course, it says a copy. I don't know if that's a serial number or not, but this is a series. Trying to collect all of them. Like I said, it goes from 2001 to 2007. They might have a 2008. I just haven't found it yet, but kind of cool. Like I said, the set, if you want them, came with a clad and a silver. So that's the National Collector Mint. We're going to put that off to the side. The whole series. That will be Buffalo 25 and 26. Buffalo 27 is going to be this 2003, and it is not Silvertown, even though it looks like it. The background is definitely different. Have not been able to find who makes this. I found this in 2002 and 2003, and that's it. So not calling this anything but different than Silvertown. That's what I have it on my list as. So there's that. Now we're going to move into this one is another series that I'm going to be starting. This is the Sovereign Nation Sioux. This one is number 1. It's a $1 backed by the Sovereign Nation. This one's actually a coin. It's the 2015. They make the 2016, and then from there it jumps into the 2020, and then the 21, 22, 23, 24. All right, really cool. I'm definitely going to be collecting this whole series. I believe Canadian Silver Seeker has like the 2020, maybe the 2021, but this is going to be cool to collect that whole series. And the last of the dated ones are going to be the Great American Mint. And down in the corner there, right here, it says GA for Great American Mint. And there's 2 of them. One's a 2014, one is a non-dated. And these are important to see this grass underneath, how it stops, because I've actually found where there's a 2015, no mint mark, no G8, but it's got this same background. So, and then there's also with this same background where it says there's no date, and no mint mark. So I think there's 2 more types of varieties of these. Great American Mint. All right, moving on. That's going to be all the dated ones. And we're up to 29. So here's 30. We're moving on to the Golden State Mint. 2 types. Golden State Mint on the actually I should start with the Buffalo. Well, the one says Golden State Mint on the front and on the back, but you can see the 2 different types of Golden State Mint. No big deal. All right, that's it for those. Now we're moving on to The R inside of the star ones, I believe these are Regency Mint. There's an R inside the star. There's an R inside of the star under that buffalo. I've heard rumors of there's a star with no R in it. It's actually on my list. But those are the two, R, Regency Mint, R, and a star. Now, I believe this one is going to be a Regency Mint too, because it says RM, Regency Mint with a C. But not sure what this one is, because this one has an L with a C on the bottom, which means copyright. And they both have C under the buffalo for copyright. So, not sure what to call these, but there's one with an L on the front. I don't know if that means left, but there's definitely one with an RM on the front. So that one's going to be Regency Mint. Got those two. Moving on to the two Sunshine Mint. Sunshine Mint with the little ID thing. And then I found this one. This is a new one I found. It says Sunshine Mint underneath the buffalo, the Indian chin. Two Sunshine Mint ones. And they're different on the back. Like I said, we're going to just power through this. All right, now we got to move on to the three cut saw mint ones. Elemental, cut saw mint, same thing. They all had the radial lines. Trying to get them in there. Radial lines, radial lines, radial lines. And there's three types. There's one with no mint mark under the buffalo. There's one with the elemental mint under the buffalo. And then there's one with CS under the buffalo, and that stands for cut saw mint. Those are the three types of cut saw mint, elemental, whatever you want, and they're all the same on the front. Actually, yes, they are. Okay. Moving through. Now we're going to move on to the MPM, which is Monarch Precious Metal buffalo, and there's 4 styles of those. The first one is this Pendleton style, and there should be a crown, meaning MPM. There's type 1. There is the MPM High Relief, which is this one, and the crown is under the buffalo. And then these other two, which are MPM, and they have the crown and the buffalo. Oh, the grass is different, okay? This one has grass, this one has dirt. And the crown is under the buffalo. See how, and this crown is the high relief one. The crown is underneath the buffalo's head. So there's the two styles. I have to give FG Stacker the credit for this, because I was telling him the one day that I have it. And he's like, no, look, there's grass under it. And I'm like, oh, wow, you're right. So he found that there's actually 2 types of style. So there's 4 of those. I have not found any more MPM. Now we're moving on to the CNT minting. The only one that makes 9999 fine buffaloes. And that right there is not a sideways 2. If you look, I'm going to grab a pen. This is actually a C, N, and a T. It's pretty sweet how they have it. You can almost see it right from here. That's definitely the CNT minting mint mark. And I found this one that looks identical to it. No mint mark, but it's 9999 fine. And if you go with my rule of I make the rules, I'm calling this one CNT because it's the only one with 9999. And it's identical in the front. So there's 2 styles of 9999 CNT buffalo. That's those. Okay. Now we're moving on to the 6. I don't know if you want to say Asahi, or if you're cool like Silver Gold Stack Attack, you say Asahi. But there is the proof and reverse proof with no, hang on. That's the IMC. We're mixed up. Hang on. Work with me. There we go. The proof. No. Dang it. I had all this in order. There we go. Proof, reverse proof, Asahi, mint mark, Buffalo. And this 1 troy ounce. I wish they would just put it so when he flipped it, it would be the right way. I guess if you go like this. No, whatever. Okay, there's those two. Now I'm going to leave this because the background is going to be important. What is next? We have the Asahi RMC mint mark and reverse proof. Okay, that's going to be these. Okay, these have the RMC, which is Asahi, proof, and reverse proof. You could tell. And no, I guess you got to flip them like this. That's annoying. Same 1 troy ounce 999 silver background. So there's 4 of those. Now we're going to move on to the number 5 is the Asahi 2021 Freedom. One looking, I had this as the very first one, but trying to, yeah, there's the 2021. Okay, and then this one is one that I found on eBay, RMC Under the Chin, but it's got a different background. Definitely a different background. So I'm not really sure if it even is, but it's weird, you know. It's definitely the RMC mint mark, but so that's a new one that I found. We're gonna call it RMC Asahi mark under the chin. That's what I have it under. So that's the 6 of those. Next, we're moving on to, we're getting close because that ends with Buffalo 53. Now we're on Buffalo 54, the Mason Mint. And there are 4 of those. Okay. And I have them all right here. Okay. We're going to go with MM Mason Mint. MM. This we're calling the MM Sideways because it's sideways. Now on the back, this is Buffalo. This is definitely the Buffalo copy. MM copy. Get that out of the way. And we've got, oh, the angle. Let's get rid of that one because MM Buffalo. This is all like, even though the buffalo head, the Indians heads are different, I call this one buffalo looking left and buffalo looking right. That's the only difference on those. And the stars and stuff. But so those are the 4 MMs that I found. And I'm going to leave this background up because that brings me into the next one, which is, if you look at this, no date, no mint mark, kind of looks like the same background, but it's not. Look at how the 999 and the fine silver are definitely different. And what I found is this is the North Texas Refinery, 100%. North Texas Refinery made a Buffalo, same design here and here, same design here. No date, no mint mark, and when I found it online, it matches up perfectly with this print. So this is going to be called the North Texas Refinery MM Lookalike because it looks alike. Got that one. Now we're moving on to, this is another series, this Latoka. I believe West Texas has the 2016. Not sure what date, but there's 2 types of backgrounds on this one. This is going to be type 1, no date, because there is no date. If you get the dated ones, there's going to be a date right here. Type 1. When you get the 08, the 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, the background's going to be different. Then they make a 2016 where the background looks like this. So that's going to be a whole series that I'm trying to collect. That was Buffalo 59. Buffalo 60. Now we can start to fly through these because these are all the single ones. 9 Fine Mint from Atmex with the little 9. We have the Pamp Freedom, which I believe is going to be a 9 Fine Mint one because I thought I saw a 9 somewhere on here earlier. Maybe not. Oh well. Freedom, Pamp, simple. The Mint ID. Mint ID. It's got a little scan. The Buffalo. This is the Warrior Bullion Works. Warrior Buffalo. And this one, PRS Silver Services, Numista.com has this as a 100 as being very rare. They have a list of 0 to 100, and I don't even know how I found this on eBay. There's other ones. It's got the C, which is copyright, and this PRS, I'm not sure what that means. I thought I found something that's what that means. They also make this in Liberty. It does say Liberty Mint. I have this as Silver PRS Services Liberty Mint, but supposedly it's supposed to be super rare. So I'm glad I picked that up. All right, and that's Buffalo 64. Now we're moving on to the last stack. Let's just ramble through this one. Oh, okay. This one is the 2 Buffalo. Got this weird sideways M. Did some research. Found out that it's the Bull Mint mark. So it's from the Bull Mint of Bulgaria. They make a couple other rounds that have that same mint mark. And this is the 2 Buffalo. I got this one from My Silver Journey. So I'm glad I found the research information on that. This mint mark definitely matches up to the stuff I found online. JM Bullion Buffalo. Simple. Next one. Atmex Reverse Proof. Can only be bought on Atmex. Next one. In God We Trust. Saw this one on Canadian Silver Seeker channel. In God We Trust. Silver Bullion, got the Chief. All right. Next one. This one is a mint that I have no idea. 1 troy ounce, 99 fine silver. Can't find any design that copies that with any other mint. This is just going to be a standalone. I just call it 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver at the top. That's it. No explanation, really. This one, PJ Mint Mark. No idea what that PJ stands for. Can't find anything on it, but I have it. PJ. Grand Buffalo DG Smalling. No, this is the one where I think it's 9 fine mint because there's a 9 right there. That one I got on Amex a long time ago. The Scottsdale Girl, which 365 Days of Silver says he's never seen it on anyone's channel. Made a big deal about that he's the only one to find it, yada, yada, yada. But no, I found it. Oh, this one says 4 9s fine, so pretty interesting. But I don't think that other one's Scottsdale. There's that one. All right, we're down to 4 left. First mint, courtesy of Vegas Stacker. Let me know about this one. Moving on to the Oz Mint. Got an OZ as the mint mark. They do make an Osborne mint one. I'll be talking about all the ones that I need on video number 2. This one, no information. Spent about 48 hours straight looking for information on this. Ridiculously Google image, yada yada. Cannot find anything on an M with a circle around it. It almost looks like there's a T in the middle. Got nothing. No Google images, no hints, nothing on this one. No idea. So that one I call it the circle around the M. And last but not least, It's one I've had for a while. Nothing on the front, and on the back, it's ARM with infinity under it. This is the American Relief Mint. I've actually found some information on that mint mark. So that is all 76 Buffalo. And if we kind of move this up, we can see the stack. Now that's not 76 Buffalo. That's 76 different varieties. So I had someone put in one of my comments on one of my videos saying, I got like 100 Buffalo. I go, yeah, but do you have 100 different types? So he's like, oh no, I just got tubes of Buffalo. I go, so what? Anyone can just go and buy a tube. Who's got a list like this? No one. So like I said, stay tuned to part 2.